Welcome to Gjirokaster, a UNESCO World Heritage Site nestled in the heart of southern Albania. Today we are exploring one of its most iconic landmarks, the majestic Gjirokaster Castle. So we are going to Gjirokaster, and today morning Mose picked us up and he's been really helpful. He came all the way to our hotel, helped us with the luggage, and now we are driving to the bus terminal. So if you're in Berat and need taxis, please feel free to contact Mose. I'll leave the number in the description. So
Thank you for choosing Taxi Berat.
Yes. The bus from Berat to Gjirokaster takes 1200 lek and they will drop you 5 kilometers ahead of Gjirokaster. They will also transfer you to a smaller van which will drop you all the way till Gjirokaster, included in the same price. The drive from Berat to Gjirokaster is 2 hours 40 minutes, and it's a very scenic drive. On your left you'll have very tall mountains and a valley with a beautiful river called as Aus flowing on your left side. We were soon dropped on the highway, and as agreed another vehicle picked us up. We just shifted luggage at the back of the van and there we go, we were heading towards Gjirokastra, which was just 5 kilometers away. So welcome to Triona Hostel in the heart of Gjirokaster. So we stayed there for 2 nights, and let me give you a quick room tour. So as you step into this beautiful designed room, you're greeted by a warm and comfortable ambience. The rustic wooden furniture and soft earthy tones create a relaxing atmosphere. The large windows let in plenty of natural light, making the room feel bright and airy. The comfortable bed with its plush mattress and crisp clear linens ensures a restful night's sleep. Now the best part, you have your very own private balcony. Step outside and enjoy the stunning views of Gjirokaster's stone-roofed houses and the majestic Gjirokaster castle. It's a perfect spot to enjoy your morning coffee or unwind in the evening. All of this can be yours for an affordable price. Private rooms with a balcony at Triona Hostel starts at just 35 euros per night, making it a great value for a comfortable and memorable stay in Gjirokaster. And it's an absolutely thumbs up from BongBisht. So we came to this place which is highly recommended, called as restaurant Mopo, and I took Pasha kofte, which is a famous traditional dish made up of meat. The portion size was not great and it was around 450 lek that I paid for it. Shiwani took chicken fillet and the bread was complimentary along with the Pasha kofte. Shiwani took chicken fillet, which was 500 lek for the plate. It was grilled chicken fillet in olive oil and there was no additional veggies or mashed potatoes or anything. Overall the food taste was great. We would give it a 9 out of 10. However, portion size was really small, so on that note we would give it a 7 out of 10. So this is the iconic central point of Gjirokaster, which you must have seen in all the postcards from Gjirokaster. The streets here are lined with shops and pubs and bars, and you can get a nice view of Gjirokaster castle, and it's a very beautiful picturesque street. Spending time here, just walking along these streets, is a fun in itself. So for the second round of food, we came to this restaurant called as Baba Meto, and this time we are trying a very unique dish to this region. It's called chifchi, and these are basically rice balls mixed with eggs, mint and other herbs, then fried to a golden brown color. They are typically served as an appetizer or a side dish. So they are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside with a fragrant blend of mint and herbs. Absolutely recommend this dish. If you're in Gjirokaster, you need to try chifchi. This is the entrance to the Gjirokaster castle hike, and as you can see the road is very steep. So make sure you have a good sports shoe on or a walking shoe on if you want to walk towards the castle. Next up we headed towards the Gjirokaster castle, and the views were mesmerizing while climbing towards the Gjirokaster castle. It was an uphill hike, or a walk rather, on cobblestone streets. The hallmark of Gjirokaster's architecture is its traditional stone houses. This is the entrance to the Gjirokaster castle, and the tickets here are priced at 400 lek per person. If you're a student, then the pricing is 120 lek per person. As you enter the castle grounds, you're greeted by cobblestone pathways and towering stone walls that evoke a sense of stepping back in time. As we explored the castle, I was surprised to see an old military plane on display. Now, this isn't something you would expect to find in a medieval fortress, right? The aircraft is a Lockheed T-33 Shooting Star, an American-made jet trainer. Back in the 1950s, during the Cold War, according to some reports, it was forced to land in Albania in December 1957. Albania was a communist country at the time, and the forced landing of a US military plane was a big deal. Some say it was a result of a navigational error, while others believe it was shot down. The exact details are still somewhat mysterious. It's a reminder of the complex history of the region and how global events have left their mark on even the most unexpected places. So next time you are in Gjirokaster Castle, make sure to stop by and take a closer look at the unique piece of history. As we continue our journey, we reach the open air theatre. This amphitheatre, built during the communist era, hosts the National Folk Festival, a celebration of Albania's rich cultural heritage. Imagine the sounds of traditional music and dance filling the air with the castle as a backdrop. One of the first stops within the castle is the clock tower, a prominent feature added during the Ottoman era. Personally, this was the most beautiful part of the Gjirokaster castle for us. Its clock, which still ticks today, was a gift from a local family, symbolizing the town's vibrant community spirit. The castle offers panoramic views of the surrounding Drinos Valley, a sight that has captivated visitors for generations. One of the castle's most mysterious features is its subterranean depths. The secretive Cold War era bunkers constructed by Enver Hoxha's regime offer a stark reminder of Albania's turbulent past. These dark labyrinth corridors once served as shelters against potential invasions. Emerging from the underground, we find ourselves at the castle's southern walls. Here, the view is nothing short of spectacular. The entire city of Gjirokastra stretches out below, its distinctive stone-roofed houses and narrow streets painting a picturesque landscape. Gjirokastra Castle is not just a relic of history, it's a living testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Each stone, each artifact, and each vista tells a story of a town that has withstood the test of time. Welcome to day 2 from Gjirokaster. We woke up early to catch the breathtaking sunrise over the Drinos Valley from our balcony. We then got ready, and today's plan was to hike to Ali Pasha Bridge. So we started early at around 8 a.m. and started hiking up towards Ali Pasha Bridge. The initial stretches walking through the old town and then reaching the same staircase which leads to the Gjirokaster castle which you had seen in our day 1 walk. Shiwani was really excited because she got her pack of Doritos for the trek, and the views were again breathtaking with the stone houses and the entire valley on our right. We also came across these traditional houses of Gjirokaster which have stone roofs and wooden balconies. The entire town feels like a stone town, like you're stepping back in time into a medieval time. We soon reached a place where we can see the Gjirokaster castle and the mountains behind it, and you can assume from this how high we were hiking up because we are already above the Gjirokaster castle. Shiwani was getting really tired, and it was a very tiring hike early morning. If you follow Google Map, you'll reach this signage which shows that the trail is towards the left, and from here we followed the trail. The cobblestone street ends here, and you basically get into a very patchy rocky terrain, and that's it. From here on, it was all about climbing through these rocky paths. Finally found the trail and started hiking down towards the trail, and we got the first glimpse of Ali Pasha Bridge, so we have to make our way along these trail towards Ali Pasha Bridge. The trail is well marked and takes us through some of the most beautiful countryside you can imagine. The fresh air and stunning views make this hike really special. As we make our way along the path, we can see lush greenery and rolling hills that surround Gjirokaster. The landscape here is truly breathtaking, with a mix of wildflowers and ancient trees. The trail follows the riverbed, offering some incredible views of the riverbed winding its way through the valley. Finally, after a lot of strenuous hike, we were there. The Ali Pasha Bridge in all its glory was standing in front of us, and it was a sense of accomplishment. There was no one else other than me and Shiwani on these mountains, and that made the experience a lot more beautiful, and I think the hike was well worth it. The magnificent Ali Pasha Bridge. This stone bridge is a remarkable piece of history built in the early 19th century during the reign of Ali Pasha of Tipilana, a powerful Ottoman ruler known for his ambitious construction projects. After Shiwani made her way towards the bridge, it was my turn, and you can see the bridge is quite high, almost 70 feet high. The approach path or trail is quite tricky and rocky, so you need to be very careful. But the bridge itself is wide enough for one person to easily and comfortably walk along, and the views down below are quite breathtaking. In the season, there should be water in the Drinos River, but when we went there in the month of October, it was dried up. The bridge spans the Drinos River with its elegant arches and sturdy stone construction. It's amazing to think about the craftsmanship that went into building it and now how it has stood the test of time. Standing here, you can almost feel the history. After spending some time at the Ali Pasha Bridge, we slowly started making our way back towards the starting point. So we walked all the way back from the Ali Pasha Bridge towards the point from where we started. We were very tired, and we took a water break and rested for a while in the shade, and then started heading back towards the old town. After the hike, we were really hungry, so we headed to this place called as Taverna Tradizionale Kardashi, which is a highly rated restaurant in Gjirokaster. We tried some traditional jifchi, which we really liked, and some spinach pie for breakfast. Up next, we headed towards the Zekate house to visit and experience some traditional Gjirokaster architecture. The Zekate house, also known as the Zekate family house, was built between 1811 and 1812 by Bekir Zeko, an influential local figure who was granted permission by Ali Pasha. The construction of the house was part of Ali Pasha's efforts to reward his loyal supporters and to enhance the architectural landscape of Gjirokastra. This majestic house is a perfect example of a kulla or a tower house, which is a type of fortified residence common in the Balkans. The Zekate house stands out for its imposing structure with its 3 floors, symmetrical design, and robust stone walls. It's built on a steep hill, offering stunning views of the city and the surrounding Drinos Valley. The entrance fee to Zekate house is 250 lek, and you can pay it while exiting. The entrance also has a very beautiful vineyard where you are free to pluck grapes. As you enter the house, you are greeted by a series of beautifully decorated rooms that reflect the wealth and status of the Zeko family. The lower floors were traditionally used for storage and housing livestock, while the upper floors were reserved for living quarters and entertaining the guests. The interior of the Zekate house is a testament to the artistry and the craftsmanship of the time. The ceilings are adorned with intricate wood carvings and colorful frescoes, showcasing floral motifs and geometric patterns. These decorative elements not only highlight the aesthetic sensibilities of the period but also the skill of the local artisans. One of the most striking features of the Zekate house is its Oda or guest room. This grand reception room was designed to impress visitors with its elaborate decor, including a large fireplace, ornate ceiling, and elegant furniture. The Oda served as a social hub where the family would host important guests and conduct business. The view of the surrounding Drinos Valley from the balcony of the Zekate house is absolutely breathtaking. It offers a panoramic view of the Drinos Valley as well as a view of the Gjirokaster castle. As per the information provided, this is the chair where the Zekate house owner would sit on the balcony and look out for how the work was being done in the valley by the peasants and other workers. During the communist era, many of the Gjirokaster's grand houses were nationalized, and the Zekate house was no exception. However, it was eventually restored and opened to the public as a museum, allowing visitors to step back in time and experience the grandeur of Ottoman era life in Gjirokaster. After walking around the Zekate house and visiting it, we made our way towards the Old Ottoman Bazaar once again, grabbed some quick ice cream, and made our way towards the Old Bazaar Mosque, which looks absolutely beautiful with all the cobblestone streets and the stone roofed houses around it. This building is the landmark to find the obelisk because it's not very easy to find it on the Google Maps. After a short walk, we reached the obelisk. This tall white monument stands proudly atop a hill, offering one of the best views in the city. You can see the old town with its characteristic stone roofs, the majestic castle perched on the hill, and the beautiful Drinos Valley stretching out in the distance. The obelisk itself is simple yet striking. It stands as a symbol of education and enlightenment. It was erected to commemorate the founding of the first Albanian school in Gjirokaster in 1908, celebrating the efforts to promote Albanian language and culture during a time of great change and national awakening. Take a moment to walk around the monument and read the inscriptions. They tell the story of the first Albanian school and its impact on the local community. It's a reminder of the importance of education and the preservation of cultural identity. There are benches where you can sit and enjoy the view. After that, we headed back to the Old Ottoman Bazaar again, and we were fortunate enough to find a pub where the pub owner happily obliged to help me watch an Arsenal match in the evening. So it was all in all a very beautiful day because we covered a lot of places, and in the evening I could also watch an Arsenal match where the local people also joined in, and Arsenal won the match, so it was cherry on the cake. We then had our evening food at one of the restaurants at the Ottoman Bazaar, and that's it for the day. We hope you liked our video for Gjirokastra. I hope it is a very detailed video which covers all the beautiful places in and around Gjirokastra, and we absolutely recommend to spend 2 days in Gjirokastra. We'll be traveling from Gjirokaster to Saranda, and that would be our gateway or entry to the famed Albanian Riviera. From Saranda, we'll pick our tickets for Greece, Athens for our return flight back to India, and then we'll take a bus to Dhermi. Dhermi is one of the towns where you can stay in Albanian Riviera, and a quick secret, it is the most beautiful place I have stayed in Albania, and it was the most beautiful stay during my entire Euro trip for this time. So watch out for the next vlogs.